Hello.
Hi.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is David Green. I'm from England, the UK. I was born in a small seaside town. I was educated in England. I went to Manchester University, where I got a master's degree in TESOL. I've been living in Asan now for 10 years with my wife, Korean lady, and I'm very, very happy here.
What do you think is important when teaching English?
I think the most important thing is to understand your students. Only by understanding students can you design a program that will facilitate learning in your students. Each student have different needs, and I think that one of the skills of a good educator is to understand the needs of your students. Also, having students practice. I think this is an important aspect of learning a language, because language is a social phenomenon, and practice is very important. And within the classroom, we find that we have a safe environment where students can make mistakes, they can have some fun, they can enjoy themselves. So practice, I feel, is quite important. And also, another very important aspect of teaching for me is to be supportive of my students, understand their needs, but also to encourage the students to be supportive of each other.
How can you make sure that your students learn well?
It's very difficult to ensure that all your students are learning well. And I think the best way to achieve this is very simply to create an environment that is conducive to learning. Understanding the situation and creating an environment where my students would feel comfortable about practicing English, about learning English. I think one of the important things is a safe and comfortable environment. Also, as a teacher, it's important to create an atmosphere of learning. You can have a wonderful environment where people are enjoying themselves, but no real learning is taking place. So I think it's important to have that atmosphere and understanding about learning, to have a contract between your students and the teacher. Another important aspect is for the lessons to be challenging. Nobody likes a boring lesson. People like to be challenged, and through being challenged, people learn better and they learn quicker. And finally, feedback. It's very important to encourage your students through feedback, positive feedback, and not only from a teacher, but also from student to student, so that they can feedback to each other, supporting each other.
What style of teaching do you use?
It's very simple. My style of teaching is student-centered. I put the emphasis of learning on the students. I don't tend to stand up in front of a class and teach them, oh, this is this means this is how you do this. No, I give them an opportunity to explore English through a way that they feel that they can learn. This is a more student-centered, where the students take control over their learning. For example, they are in my class for just 1 hour. They have all week to practice. So they really need to take control over their own learning achievements. And another thing I'm quite positive about is assessment. I think it's important to have a continuous assessment of the level of your students. I think that once they know where they are, they can strive to get to a higher place.
Thank you for talking to me today.
You're welcome. It's been wonderful. Thank you very much. Hello everybody. Welcome to today's lesson. Today we will be talking about the family. Today we will be finding out about how many members in our family. We will also be finding out about grandmothers and grandfathers, uncles and aunts. But before we start, let's have a look at some of the phrases that we are going to use today. And a particular difficult one is take after. Okay, does anybody know what take after means? How about, do you know what this word means? Take after?
Take something and run away.
Take after, yeah, run after, go take something. Yes, I understand you. We've got take and we've got after. But the problem with this is in English we have phrasal verbs. We have many of them, but only a few you really need to know. And the meaning is in the whole word, not the individual words. And in this case, take after means who are you like? And we can use the sentence, for example, who do you take after in your family? Who do you take after in your family? And here we are asking the question, who are you like? Are you like your mother? Are you like your father? Could you be like your grandmother or your aunt? And the answer may be something, oh, I take after my grandmother, which means I am like my grandmother. Same personality. Who do you take after? Who are you like? Okay, now we're talking about the family. And when we meet people, what kind of questions can we ask about the family? Does anybody know what kind of questions?
How many people?
How many people? Yes, how many people in the family? And we can use the phrase members. Members. And we can say family members. Family members. How many family members in your family? Or how many members in your family? So this word members here is talking about the people in your family. And many people use this family members or members in your family. So what I'd like for you all to do now is to stand up, walk around, find somebody and ask them some questions. Some questions like, how many family members do you have? How many members in your family? Also ask some questions like, who do you take after? Okay? We'll do that for about 5 or 10 minutes and then we will find out about our families today. Okay? Okay everybody.